Babies have died because soap entered their nose when they were giving a bath. So let's be careful. That's all I'm saying.
So how should you? I'm curious.
Thank you. Don't misunderstand me. I'm thanking you all for what you are doing. I'm just saying that in doing the Omuguo, please don't put our mothers and our babies at risk. Thank you.
I'm curious. So if you don't, are you saying they shouldn't bathe the baby with soap? What exactly? How should
said when you are bathing, don't let soap enter their nose.
Okay.
You can bathe with soap. It's up to you. There are sometimes we even tell them in the first 1 week, don't use soap. You understand? Just clean your baby. There's even a new what we are seeing newly. When you deliver newly, you don't clean anymore. You know, initially when you deliver, they clean the baby with olive oil and they remove all those things from the baby's skin and so on. Initially, that's all we do. The baby is under radiant heater. We are not using water or anything, just using oil. But now there's a new school of thought who believe that white thing the baby comes.
Oh dear. We have been undone by the service provider. We will do our very best to re-establish contact with our guest this morning. Professor Rosemary Omuguo is our guest this morning. We are talking about postpartum care for mother and indeed for child. And you don't want to miss this conversation. Stay tuned right here, 92.3 Nigeria Info. One 0809-030-6416. We have Professor Omuguo on the line, and she's talking to us about postpartum care. Professor Omuguo, thank you once again for being on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, so I was saying that I'm not saying that women shouldn't look after other women, that our mothers shouldn't look after the new mothers. I'm just saying that in whatever you're doing, you should not put the child or the new mother at risk. And that when you bathe with soap, right now, the new knowledge we have, as a baby is delivered immediately, that baby allow the things on the skin, the white stuff, allow it, just wrap the baby in cloth. Leave it, the body will absorb it. And it helps the skin of that baby instead of going to wash it away. That's what I was trying to say before I went up.
Okay. All right. That's obviously new information to a lot of people who are listening. We're going on a break in about a minute, but I'm going to ask you this question that just come in very quickly, Professor Omuguo. This one here is from Emeka. Emeka is saying, please ask the doctor, how many times should they be bathing a baby a day?
Yes, you can bathe a baby twice a day. You can bathe a baby once a day, and you can stay without bathing the baby. Everything depends on each individual baby, the conditions around, how the baby is, how big is that baby, the weight normal. Okay, does the baby have any other problems? If there are no problems, it's a normal weight baby, then you can say, okay, we will bathe baby once a day or a day. All right, and then it depends on the climate. If you're in a place that is cold, you may need to bathe the baby only once a day, or you may not even bathe the baby. But if a place that is hot, there's heat and all, then you may need to bathe the baby at least twice a day, because if you don't, then bacteria remains on the skin, it mixes up with the shedding from the skin, and you see that baby come out in rash. Okay,
Professor, just hold your thoughts. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the break. Just stay on the line, please. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
The show continues after this break on Night.
person of Professor Rosemary Ogu, who's still staying on the line. Professor, thank you for your patience, please, and your indulgence. Thank you very much. So now we're going to open the phone lines, and so you can ask the good doctor, your questions as regarding postpartum care. The numbers to call 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007. Once again, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007. Please turn down the volume of your radio set when you call us. All right, refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments, and please do not make inciting statements. Okay. King Ben has a question for you, Professor. And King Ben says, I want to ask, during postpartum care, who is in the best position to come for Omuguo? Is it the mother-in-law of the man or the mother-in-law of the woman? If it's the mother-in-law of the man, please state the reason. Vice versa. Professor, what's your take on this, please?
There's not a need for trouble. Who does Omuguo? Is it the mother of the girl or the mother of the husband?
Yes.
I think it depends on who wants to do Omuguo, really. And sometimes both mothers want to, and so they should be allowed. Everything depends on the individual. What do you want? If I'm comfortable with my mother-in-law, by all means, let her come. But if I want my mom, by all means, please let my mom come. And so who eventually should come, it all depends on the individuals involved and what to help them most. Thank you.
Okay, I think that's best said. All right, so there's no law apparently. All right, now, this next question says, good morning, Jude. Please, how many times, once again, should the baby be bathed? My wife likes to bathe her baby morning, afternoon, and night. I'm not very comfortable with this. This is from Ikena.
I said babies should be bathed depending on the individual baby, depending on the surrounding, the area, and all that. And so you can bathe a baby once a day, twice a day, more than that, or less than that, depending. But I also stress that the reason why you need to bathe a baby, in addition to making the baby fine, cool, okay, is that you remove bacteria on the skin that would otherwise cause heat rash. Okay, what we call the
All right, so just keep your messages coming. We'll get back to Professor Ogu. Don't forget the numbers to call 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. All right, your messages keep coming through. Also, follow us on social media at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH on Facebook and on X. That's Twitter, at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us. Please drop your comments, drop your suggestions. We're talking about postpartum care, aka Omuguo, in this part of the world. Traditional custom practice where the family members, usually female, come and they do their best to stay baby. All right, we have Zion on the line. Zion, is there a question you have for Professor Ogu? Good morning, Zion.
Not question, but a contribution.
Yes, please. Let's hear from you.
The ways of our fathers and our mothers have been tried and tested. And they are put it into work, and it works. But ever since we came out to start arguing with our parents, we keep finding ourselves into more problems. Now look at the teachings from the professor. Omuguo is needed because these our sisters of today may not understand the dynamic of taking care of this baby. That is why employing your mother, although which ought to do with the couple up to discuss who's to come based on the relationship, or they can even share the time. You stay for 3 months, you stay for another 3 months. Take care of this one child is helping. If your mother is not there to take of this child, check some of these babies. You see it rashes in their body. Do you know that most babies born today, they come with disease? that they have to son them. They have to son the baby, put the baby's other son. Are you not aware, Jude?
I'm not aware. That's what I'm going to ask straight to you, Professor Ogu. Have you heard of such ailments before? Hello?
That babies are born with disease.
Yeah, it said the last caller says that there's some babies that are born with disease that they have to put the baby under sun. Are you aware of this?
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay.
But let me clarify. Number one, I have said that looking after a newly delivered mother is a good idea. And getting an older person to come and do Omuguo is something we look forward to. I've said that. There's no argument about that. I've also said that things are changing, and so there are some things that we may do that are not correct. That is, there are things that are detrimental to health. And I gave an example. I said that there are ways that we used to bend babies before when we are bathing them. You know, you press them, bend their hands to the back and so on. You press the head and so on. I said those things now, the issue is that they have health implications that are not outcomes that we look forward to. Let me put it that way. And so I said anybody who is doing that should be careful that they actually know what they are doing so that they don't harm the baby. I talked about the mother when you're pressing with hot water, and I said what we advise is use lukewarm water that the woman is comfortable with. That by the time you press and the person is in pain, and you have this idea that if there is no pain, there is no gain. I said that is wrong. So let him not misunderstand me and say that I said Omuguo is not okay. I didn't say that. And then when we now talk about that, he said that there are things that mothers used to do that we're not doing anymore, putting baby on the sun. Even up to today, we advise women, go out in the early morning, between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10, 11. Expose your child to sunlight. It helps. It helps, especially for babies who have jaundice. It's nice. It's vitamin D. And it's something that is useful. Expose your child. Carry your child. Sit out and take fresh breeze. So when we say that there are things that we used to do we're no longer doing, it's not true. What we are saying is that these things that are detrimental, we should stop them. That's all.
Okay, all right. The things that are detrimental, please do stop them. 01792300003, 01792300007. Those are the numbers to call.
And then let me also advocate for exclusive breastfeeding here. Now.
Yes, please.
Please, if you are out there and you know a woman who does deliver, please encourage her to breastfeed and give breast milk alone. Breast milk alone for the first 6 months is what we advocate for. Don't give that baby water. Don't give that baby multivitamin. Don't give that baby milk. Except it is breast milk. Now, some people will say, oh, the baby cannot stop. The baby is tired. The baby is sleeping. Express. Let's have the milk into a cup and feed the baby with a cup and spoon. How often should you breastfeed? I said it before. For newborn babies, every 3 hours. Feed on demand. But if the baby is sleeping for long, carry your baby and breastfeed. How long should the breastfeeding last? Each session, about 30 minutes. Okay, so you can breastfeed from one breast for 30 minutes and then from the other breast for 30 minutes. So you're spending 1 hour breastfeeding every 3 hours. It's a lot of work. And that's why you're called a nursing mother.
Okay, all right.
So this is one area where you see yourself, you're telling the nursing mother what to do. And she says, oh, no, my mom says to give water. Oh, if I don't give water, something will be wrong. Oh, they're telling me to give water. Oh, they want me to give water. Please stop telling the newborn, the newly delivered mother to give water. They don't need water, please.
The babies don't need water. Newborn babies don't need water.
Don't. You have 80% of water in breast milk.
Okay. All right. So, interesting question here, Professor. It says, is there anything like a person having natural body odor because the caregivers did not bathe them well as a baby? Apparently, it's a popular myth.
I believe so. I don't think you get body odor from not bathing.
As a baby? I
think body odor comes from some substances that your body metabolize, make, and burn that, and then it comes on your skin. If you look at, let me give a simple example. Somebody who eats garlic, and then it's metabolized, and it comes on the skin. And so as you go near the person, you see that smell. Some people like it, some people don't. Okay, so that is metabolized from the skin. The same thing. what you will get from not baking is much worse than body odor. So if body odor is the issue, we will not be talking about not baking. But it's much worse. You can get diseases, you can get skin infections, and so on, and much more. And you can also have body odor as well if you don't bake, because of course your skin is metabolizing and bringing out chemicals that are not used for you. So please take a bath. Thank you.
All right, do take a bath. Okay, Frances is asking, my sister wakes up at odd hours, 2, 3 a.m. to eat the weirdest things. Before she would eat normal rice, beans, but Jude, now she wakes up and she's eating gari and oil and all those other things, and she's about to put to bed. Is this normal, please?
Very normal. Very, very normal.
To wake up at 2 a.m. to be eating gari and oil?
Yes, you wake up at 2 a.m., you want to eat gari and oil. It's normal. You wake up at 2 a.m., you want to eat chicken leg. You don't even want the leg, you want the bone. There's something, it's not pita. It's a craving that is associated with the hormones of pregnancy. And so the person is eating all sorts. It's okay, but there are things that will tell you, even when it's hungry, you go eat. That clay, the uzu.
Okay.
Go and buy and eat. It's nice. They like it. It tastes good. It's chelating iron. And it's making the woman anemic. And so even though you have these cravings in pregnancy, we also said this will have sense in what you want to eat. And so if the thing is not going to be good for your health, please don't eat it, no matter how much crave you have for it.
Okay. All right. Certain things that the pregnant woman should not eat, no matter how intense the cravings are.
Those half-ripe pawpaw.
Oh.
With all the latex and all that have caused miscarriage.
Oh, wow. Is there any other thing that you think they should? Because I'm hearing this for the first time. I can just imagine it, how millions of fathers are.
Come and get some lessons. We are the University of Port Teaching Hospital. Come.
Oh, okay. Let me ask. What if I don't have a pregnant wife? Can I still come?
Yes, you can. You want to learn. We allow you, come and register and come and join our antenatal classes. We hold every day, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We had one today.
Okay, all right. So if you need to know more about postpartum care and everything concerning the baby, you've just been told, get to the hospital and get to learn some more. All right, we have one more question and then we'll say our goodbyes to you. This one here is from Ike. Ike is saying, please ask the doctor, what exactly happens if I refuse to give my wife palm wine? I hear that palm wine helps the woman to breastfeed. What if I don't, because I'm not comfortable with the idea?
You won't be doing anything wrong if you don't. I don't advocate palm wine.
Okay.
But a lot of people will tell you what works for them. And sometimes what works for you is completely possible. We believe it will work and it works. It doesn't mean the thing actually works. So please, if you want to produce enough breast milk, the simplest way to do that is to put the baby to breast, or to express the breast, or to suck on the breast. That is the easiest way to make breast milk form. It's sucking the breast that makes the breast milk to form. All right? So drinking water, eating well, is all part of making you feel good, making you feel better. Drinking water works, though. Take your water.
All right, Professor Omuguo, thank you very much.
For every woman out there, every woman who's pregnant, every woman who's newly delivered, every woman taking care of a pregnant woman or newly delivered mother, I shout to you and I say, well done, keep it up the good work, attend that mental health clinic. There are sessions for newly delivered mothers. We have nutrition clinics at the immunization center. They teach you what to feed to the baby, how to feed the baby and all that. At the enteral clinic, we teach you how to plan for breastfeeding and so on. So there are things out there that you can make use of. Please make University of Port Teaching Hospital. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Professor Omuguo. It's been a pleasure. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I'm going to register for antenatal care very shortly. You bring me around. Thank you very much. Oh, such a joy. So there you have it. So there are certain things that you have been used to that are not encouraged. New knowledge, as she says, And I don't know what was the shocker or the big aha moment for you, but getting to know that when you just deliver, you don't need to wash up the film on the substances on the baby. New knowledge now is you let it dry, let the skin absorb all of that. You don't need to wash those things out. And when you bathe the baby and stuff like that, please be very careful. So no more bathing the baby with soap or bending the baby like rubber band and things like that. You have to be very careful, and always seek medical attention. Seek the advice of your healthcare practitioner as regarding your baby. So the Omuguo experience should be a fun one. It is encouraged. It is welcome. You heard us say that over and over and over again. They want more mothers to come through to be able to help the new mothers, teach them things that they probably may not know, or obviously do so with modern medicine. So please go out, have yourself a wonderful time with your family. The Omuguo period shouldn't be the period where people start to fight, declare supremacy, and try to, as it were, make things uncomfortable, hate people. It shouldn't be. It should be a time where you come to care for both the mother and the child. So I wrap up reading some messages. This one says that, I could have sworn there was a message here. Okay, all right. Moving on. This one say, why doesn't the father go for Omuguo? Why? I don't know. This it's too bad. Professor Ogu has just ended. I have no idea. Although I did see a video last year, a comment of a man who traveled to the UK to do Omuguo for his daughter. How many of you saw that story? The man left Nigeria, went to the UK. The daughter had just given birth, and I think, if my memory serves me correct, I think it was the son that was making the post about it, how his father-in-law will wake up before him to take care of his daughter, take care of the baby. I think there's even a picture of the father even carrying the baby, right? How many of you saw that? I'm very sure I saw something like that. So I don't know. I don't know why fathers don't go for Omuguo. I don't know if they. I don't know. Okay. All right. All right, Jude, you're asking Professor Rosemary if you can visit antenatal center. Jude, if I see you at the center without your wife, I will chase you with dogs. But you heard her. She said, come and learn. Come and learn. There's nothing wrong with me getting a few, information that I can, show off, hey, hello, people. People are just, anyway. So, the person who the new mother feels safer and more comfortable with should be asked if they will come for Omuguo. I don't understand women who hate their son's wife feeling entitled to attend Omuguo, and the weak men who allow their mothers to stress their new wives. In bracket, bombastic side eye. The first thing I told my husband is our children will be birthed abroad. Second thing, his adoptive mother is the one I asked for. If a man needs an adoptive mother, then his biological mother is alive. The problem is not me. Nobody should stress me with their entitlement mentality. All right, Anonymous. This one here says, Jude, I think it's the girl's mother who should come for the Omuguo if they are in good terms. But if both parents are alive, nothing stops one from staying for a while and another to stay. They all very much. Remember, I told you that the entirety of today's program is all about building relationships, helping people, reminding them the important people in their lives. We talked about domestic violence, and I was very expressive and explicit that, look, we want people to be able to strengthen their bonds. And now we are ending with Omuguo, postpartum care, and we were very fortunate to have Professor Ogu share some insights with us. So mothers, mamas, grandmothers, please, before you go and bathe your son's new baby, please listen to the mother. What did the doctors or nurses tell the mother? All right, so that we can all have a great time with our new babies. My name is Jude. Do you have yourself a wonderful day? News comes up your way in about 8 minutes, and I want to remind you to spread love to another person. How do I live without you?